Hey everyone, how you doing? So let's look at something really interesting. So it's been a while. It's been a while. Some of you will remember I made a video on Tarabland and as present on an ancient coin showing that this is actually a Roman building. And it gets worse. It gets much worse. Rare 2,000 year. Oh, what's that? Rare 2,000. Bloody hell. Rare 2,000-year-old Roman coin commemorating the assassination of Julius Caesar is expected to fetch up to £5 million at auction in London. Now, this is a very rare coin, and it's a real ancient coin. When was it made? Was it actually commemorating? Was it made by Brutus? And people say, oh, this must have been struck by Brutus. They say, look at it. It says, Brute, here's Ide of March. Obviously, they say it must be 1st century. It was made in Greece. There was a bloke called Placanus who was a master of the mint, and apparently he did this. Look, there are some problems with this story, and everyone accepts it. And this is the problem with history. As soon as one historian says something, everyone accepts it. And I want you to teach you people to question, okay? So, for starters, why does it say Brutus is the emperor when he was a Republican and he killed Caesar because he was essentially a Republican? Why is he wearing a beard when you won't find any Republican coins wearing? You won't find many wearing a beard in the 1st century BC. It wasn't in fashion among the Romans. It was seen as a degenerate Greek thing to do, and the Romans did not want to do it. They really didn't. They thought they were superior, and that wasn't for them. So there are some problems. It was sort of Nero started wearing a beard, and then after that it really took off in the 2nd century, the Antonine dynasty. So what's going on? Okay, that's a problem. And they never show this side. They always show this. Oh, the Ides of March. Yeah, okay, we know what happened in 44 BC. So what's going on with this coin? And so basically something in my brain is saying, that's funny. And when we say that's funny, that means it really is funny. That means the brain has spat out some data. Listen to your brain. The brain's spitting out data and it's saying, look, that's weird. That's not on. Something's up. Okay. Yes, they're all trying to stab him. A few months after, basically a year after his final battle in Spain, which he defeated Pompey. Yep. Okay, that's good. So it goes on and on and on, right? Doesn't it? Okay, look at that. World's most expensive gold coin minted by Brutus to honour Caesar's murder. Returned to Greece. Yeah. Okay. Okay. He's the imperator, is he? All right. Okay. Yep. And basically there are 3 of these coins. This one, I believe, was found only a decade or so ago in Greece. What's going on? We don't know. Why is it in gold? Republican coins weren't in gold. I think it's 1st century AD, to be honest, and it's a commemorative coin. It's not necessarily from the time of Brutus, would be my guess. So you can't always trust what you read. The Ides of March coin, the denarii of Brutus. Ide March is a rare version of the denarius coin issued by Marcus Junius Brutus from 44 to 42 BC. Look, how do they know this? Were they there? I don't think so. Minted in both silver and gold, approximately 100 silver ones. So there are 100 silver of them, but only 3 of the gold examples have survived, the rarest of Roman coins. Yeah, okay, Brutus, Emperor, etc. Okay, and let's just look at this. This is the only picture of Brutus, I suppose. The beard is a huge problem. The fact it's gold is a huge problem. The fact it says Imperator is a huge problem. I'm not buying this story. Just because something is written, that doesn't mean anything. Yes, there's some evidence for this, but there's some other evidence for other things as well. And my brain is telling me, look, this is a bit silly. And it actually says somewhere that Imperator just means commander. It doesn't mean emperor. But to my knowledge, this is the first one that says Imperator on it, which is very strange. It's a very 1st century AD thing to do. And it goes on. You look at, as soon as as soon as the British Empire became an empire under Disraeli, suddenly they started doing the same thing on the coins of Queen Victoria. George V, the pennies, George VI, etc. It's all imperator. So anyway, look, it's just, rare coin minted by Brutus to mark Caesar's death is returned to Greece, valued at 4.2 million. Yes, it's rare. When was it made? I don't know when it was made. I really don't. I think it's first century. So basically, if you look up the article on Republican Roman currency, you start to see some things which confirm the bias, which confirm the idea. Well, hang on, something's up, because if I search for gold, it actually says here, gold in general appears to have been used first only as an emergency coinage. They appeared under Sulla, that was a civil war, and against Mithridates of Pontus. Financial strains, the social war, that was a civil war. Yep. Ori was minted in large numbers by Julius Caesar. Yep, and this continued to increase. So the fact is, most of these Roman gold coins are from the imperial period. They're not from the Republican period. And if Caesar was doing it, why would the Republicans do it? Well, and you look at see the early ones look like Greek coins. Obviously, the Roman army was similar to the Greek army, and they evolved different tactics. They went in a different direction, and then we have this. This is a fake version, but it's very clear. So Brutus the Emperor, yep, okay, even though he's a Republican celebrating liberty, that doesn't make any sense. If something fails the sense test, that's a problem, okay? That's a big deal, okay? And it says they identify the coins based on the hoard they were found, etc., the archaeological context. When was it buried? That's how they know all these things. Yeah, sure, that's how they do that. But at the same time, you gotta question, you gotta think. And either way, there's implications for either way. What was Brutus actually more of an emperor? Was he really a Republican? Has history been changed? We don't know what's going on. And I think it's more like coins, like, for example, this one here, the Adrian coin. I wouldn't buy anything off eBay. I don't trust anything on here. I don't think you should either, but, who knows? I don't know. Maybe this is, But anyway, not to say this isn't, but it could well be. But it's more like this coin, which is, from, 100 years, we're talking 130, 140 years later. I think it's more like this coin, the beard, the writing. It just looks more like something like this rather than a Republican coin to me. That's my theory. It could have been made later on and sold as made in ancient times. Even could be an ancient forgery. You see what I mean? There's so much going on here. We shouldn't be one-dimensional. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Just cheerio, everyone, and it's been nice to talk to you again.